Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's a hot summer's night here in Australia, and I thought to myself, I could work out, rack up a few more guns on my already pretty big cannons, but I think I was thinking maybe I should work out my mind instead. And then I just thought, let's rank the classical composers. So that's what we're going to do tonight. Now, some of you may be thinking, this guy knows nothing about classical music. He barely plays piano and he plays jazz bass. He has no opinion. That's where you're wrong. You're wrong because I'll have you guys know I listen to this music sometimes when I feel like it, and I also think a lot, and I play piano. I twinkle the ivories every once in a while. Might be a bit of a surprise to some of you, but it's true. So my opinion's right, and it's probably better than yours, but some of my opinions may be a bit controversial here today, but I guess we'll just have to find out. So leave a comment if you agree or disagree. I'm always interested in hearing what other people have to say. And before I get started, I'm just going to comb my hair because, my motto is stay swag, stay sexy, gotta keep it up. But we will get started right away. So some of these I don't know. Some of these composers I don't know. So you're going to have to bear with me while I choose the mainstream ones that I do know. And so we'll start. Who shall we start with? Who is the most handsome on this list? It's definitely Debussy. Now, I love Debussy. You love Debussy. Males and females all love Debussy. But he's a little quirky. You have to agree with me on that. He is certainly unique. Some interesting compositions that you just go, what the fuck are you thinking? And some other ones where you go, mm-mm. Now the classic Clair de Lune, you know what, he can go in the C tier. He's okay, but I can't say that when I load up my Spotify, I'm looking for Debussy. I'm not. I'm looking for something else. So C tier, he's alright. He's alright. Haydn. Okay, some of you go, where's he going to put Haydn? And you know what is the greatest mystery about Haydn? The pronunciation of his name. It looks like you should be calling him Hayden, like the classic white boy in your class, Hayden. But no, Haydn. Now, I don't know if he's smoking fat doobies every day and so he was mega high, so that's why they called him that, but suit yourself. He's pretty good. The piano stuff, the string quartet, it's good. It's A tier. I love it. You love it. Now this, where should we go next? Let's just get a few of the lesser known people. Satie, French guy, baguette, pretty alright, C tier. Ravel, piano, violin stuffs, yeah, that's right, he can go in there. Who else we got? You know what, I'm not going to put anyone in D tier. Bartok deserves D tier, I'm sorry. So does Bizet. You guys they're good, but they just don't cut the mustard against the competition. I'm sorry. Like, when you look at this list, some of the great names, these guys, you don't know who they are. You don't want to, yeah. Stravinsky, see. Let's get into the real names. Purely for the March of the Nights, whatever. I don't even know the names of these songs. You know what? Classical composers really need they should have put more thought into making their names more catchy, because I don't remember any of them. And it's their fault. It's their fault. They should have made the names more obvious, more memorable. But he can go to B tier. He's fine. He's interesting. Let's see who else we got here. Bach. German. Oh. All the Europeans love him. He's got the nicest looking wig I've ever seen. Now Chopin, S tier, he could plow me in the arse and I'd say thank you very much. This man was a genius. Greatest piano music ever invented. He was sad, emotional, just like a teenager like me. That's probably why I relate so much to his music, which is why he's going in the A tier. Sibelius, Finnish king. Shout out to all my Finnish fans. Hopefully you're watching. Sibelius number 1. Polish fans, you like the Chopin number 1 choice. Sibelius, amazing. Greatest musical works ever conceived in the human mind came from Sibelius. Such a genius, a revolutionary. I'm going back to Finland to visit the Sibelius monument and kiss it. Last time I was there, I didn't pay him enough respect. I was honoured to be at the Sibelius monument, but there wasn't enough respect put to this man's name. I came back and I loaded up Spotify and I put Sibelius on, and you know what? I had tears running down my face. So S tier, he goes. Rachmaninoff. Not bad. He scares me though. You know, you look at this man, he's scary. He looks like he just came out of prison. Some of these guys are interesting looking fellows, like Albert Einstein over here. This guy looks like he hasn't been laid in about 20 years. That looks like a female. But Rachmaninoff scares me, and that's why he's going in B tier. Brahms. Brahms just gives librarian vibes. He seems like if he wasn't a composer, he'd be a librarian. He's good. Definitely. Is he amazing? Yeah. But Beethoven. Everyone loves Beethoven. Everyone loves a good old beat. He did well for everything. He wrote the music well, counterpoint and all that. Interesting guy. Let's move on. Now, Verdi. S tier. The youth do not appreciate opera enough. The youth just... most underappreciated art form of all time is opera. It's fantastic, it's brilliant. And Verdi composes the best stuff out there. If opera was like hip-hop, Verdi would be like Jay-Z. Crazy guy, very passionate, and S tier. Let's just chuck some of these in here. Yeah, sure. Shostakovich, I know about 2 of your songs. I'm not a big fan. But you know what? They're alright. Liszt. B. I was going to put so close to A, but his stuff's a little too... Let's go back to Beethoven. I want to discuss this. I love Beethoven. He is fantastic. The reason he isn't S tier is because of the Moonlight Sonata. That piece of music I want to kill. If I could go back in time and stop any event, it wouldn't be World War II. It would not be the killing of JFK. I would stop Beethoven from writing Moonlight Sonata. The amount of fucking times I have heard the fucking first and third movement played is more than fingers can count. It's insane. It is the most overplayed and overrated piece of music of all time, and I hate its guts. Dum dum dum, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear. Every student comes into my school. I've done it. I'm guilty of it, and every day I pray to wash away the sin of me playing that. god-awful piece of music. Every student comes into our school and plays the first movement, and then there's the third movement. Everyone just plays it to show off. Like, we get it. You can play fast piano. We get it. We get it. You can do it. You don't have to play it every fucking goddamn second of every hour of every day I'm in the goddamn music center. I'm sick of that piece of music, and I wish he burned it instead of publishing it. The stupid asshole. Fuck you, Beethoven. You know what? I'm sick of that piece so much that I'm dropping him. He doesn't deserve to sit next to good-looking Haydn over here with his brilliant pose. He doesn't deserve that. That piece of music is terrible. Okay. Next composer. Grieg. Wedding Day at Troldhogen. It doesn't sound like a wedding. It's a pretty good piece of music. I'm learning it at the moment. But it doesn't sound like a wedding day. You know what? I have to bring up Beethoven again. No one ever plays the second movement. Let me know in the comments. Have you ever heard anyone play the second movement of Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata? Because I have not. It's either the imbeciles playing the first movement incorrectly, or the show-offs playing the third movement. No one has the respect to play the second movement. Dvorak, yeah, C tier, whatever. Vivaldi. It's violin. It can only get as good as it gets. A tier. Handel. Whatever. Whatever. I'm sick of doing this, because I don't know the rest of the composers, and it's embarrassing that I don't know them, because I'm a trained musician. Wagner, yeah, whatever. He's pretty good. Strauss, he had some alright stuff. Schumann, sure. Now, here is the most contentious topic. Mozart. Now, every single one of you is going, Nick, Mozart is the greatest composer of all time. Innovative, revolutionary, insanely intelligent. You know what I have to say to that? Fuck you. Mozart has the single most... Okay, let me calm down for a second. Mozart's orchestral stuff, it's pretty good. You know what? I'll give him that. In fact, it's glorious. It's brilliant, fantastic. His opera and choral work, decent. I listen to it. I enjoy it. I like it. I very much like it. His piano work is horse shit. It's terrible. I don't understand. Everyone's fanboying over Mozart. Oh, Mozart. It's terrible. I hate it. I can predict the next note. You play me a Mozart song, you go, predict the next note. I could go, bing, bing, boom, boom, bing, boom, 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 and it would be right. I wouldn't, you know what? With Mozart's piano works, you play me the key center, and then I could write the exact same song he wrote for you in my mouth, head, whatever. It's unimaginative. It's the same formula again and again. Sure, it might be good, but damn, it's boring. And damn, it's predictable, and damn, it sucks. You know, look, Chopin over here, or bloody, I don't know, Liszt. You say, name the next note. You could be right, you could be wrong. They could throw in a flat 5 at you, or, I don't know, a minus 6th, or something a little, you know, a diminished second, and you're going, oh my god, what's going on in here? Oh, it's getting a little crazy. It's getting a little wild in the compositional sense. Mozart, no. The most boring fucking guy ever. That's why I'm putting him C tier. If it was purely based on his orchestral stuff, he'd be a little higher. But he's so boring. He's so uptight. He looks like he's never been laid in his life. Like, it's so predictable. I could have a conversation with Mozart with myself because I could predict his answers. He's terrible. Messiaen, this old fart can get a B. This guy can get S tier because he looks homeless, and I feel sorry for him. That's why I'm a socialist. Everyone deserves their house. Sure. So, some closing comments. My opinion's right, and if you have a differing opinion, please let me know, because I'd love to argue this all day. I don't know, some of these composers, some of them I know a little too well. Some of them make me a little angry, as you can tell. Classical music has one of the best communities in the world, loving, supportive, caring, and also the worst. Classical musicians are pretentious, and I'm scared of them. I'm scared of the classical musicians. They terrify me. They practice 9 hours a day, and then they also have incredibly deep minds that just go. You ask them a question, and they'll just keep talking for half an hour, and you just want to say, "Shut the fuck up! I don't care." But you don't want to seem rude, and they also will call you out. You say something wrong, they're onto you. Like if I walked into I don't know, if I walked into some classical thing and I said I put Mozart C tier because his music's shit, they would kill me. They would stick an iron burning rod through my asshole because they don't care. They're relentless. They're ruthless. And what is happening is the love of music is dying. See, this is true emotion up here. This is true passion of music. What I put an S here is what music's all about. It's about feminism, swag, cool, sex, money, murder. It's all about, the things in life that we really want. Whereas these guys, I don't know who they're composing for. Maybe their sweet little girlfriend that has no brain. I don't know. But the love of music is dying. Um, it's become too focused on perfection. Everyone wants to be the perfect musician, play every piece perfectly. It's not open to interpretation anymore. You can't interpret the music how you want to because it's suddenly wrong. There's only one specified way to play it now because of all these recordings have the same way of playing it, and music's just going downhill because there's no imagination anymore. It's just the same ideas, the same formula that they're forcing these students into, and I have a deep-rooted issue with that because no longer can students interpret these classical and romantic compositions in the way that they want to, in the way that they feel, because the media and these complete arse-hats of classical musicians have decided in their own pretentious nutsacks that they will not listen to anything or any other interpretation that you wish to put out. So, big fuck you to classical music, but also big love. I love playing it. I love listening to it. And on a closing note, I ain't never seen two pretty. Sibelius number 1 is the right choice. Just remember to stay sexy, stay swag, leave a comment, like the video, subscribe, and